Havis, Mr. Havis, may I ask you to introduce yourself and talk to the camera here. How many years you've been as a teacher? How many years you've been using this technology?
Well, let me give you a brief history, if I can. How anybody gets started into anything as unconventional and as unusual as true natural Montessori teaching is too lengthy for a short-term introduction. But I was a teacher. I started as a teacher at the university level, actually, in the University of Panama, teaching in Spanish. And from there, I came back to the United States and got interested in Montessori education with little children, which is very different than college level, and started to experiment with Dr. Montessori's ideas, realizing that I was not a good teacher. I didn't function naturally with children, but I had a deep interest in understanding what it was that Dr. Montessori had discovered. She discovered the child's true nature, but I couldn't get it to happen. I didn't know what it was that she was doing. I found myself a few years later in the position of training Montessori teachers, and I had to be responsible for explaining to others what is Montessori teaching. And the way the books gave it and the way I had learned about it were not very satisfactory. But because I kept researching, because I kept studying, suddenly I discovered it. In 1979, I discovered what it was in the process of training Montessori teachers. Then I started the International Montessori Society.
That means you have actually started with Montessori education and then you made it more complete through your own ways.
It was as a result of my discovery,
yes,
of seeing what Montessori was, seeing that I could communicate. What I mean by Montessori is I mean true natural Montessori teaching. I don't mean putting materials in front of children. I don't mean just standing and watching children. The fundamental experience, the discovery that Dr. Montessori made is something that has never, until, as far as I'm concerned, until I came across it, has never been understood completely. And to understand something completely is really to experience it completely. And to be able to explain it to others is what I've spent 30 years doing.